Hello. Okay, so I kind of went on a little shopping spree the past couple days. So I have a couple items I want to show that I got on sale. So like, you know how I am about sales. So the first couple items I got were at Barnes & Noble's. And I love Spy Family. He is so cute, and it's one of the first anime that I've ever started watching right from the beginning. Like, I thought it was really cute, but my friend, she recommended it to me when it was like season 1 part 1. So I watched like the first 12 episodes, I believe, and then I kind of started like watching it daily or weekly, I mean, when it came out. So this I've been eyeing out for like a long time, but I could not get it for the price at a whopping $30. It was like, what? How much they want for this little... He's like the size of a Smurf. Wait. Okay, they say that Smurfs are like 3 apples tall, but I swear they were like this size in the movie. How tall is a Smurf? Okay, 3 inches. Yeah, they say like 3 apples, 3 crab apples, or 3 small apples. I disagree. But anyways, yeah, he's like the size of a Smurf, and I cannot justify that. So I got him, and I think I might do a little bit unboxing. Depends on how long the video is. But as you can tell, he went from $30 to $12, which I mean is not that cheap. Like, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I passed on bigger figures for the same price, but it was like $30. Like, I'm just trying to justify it. Anyways, I'm a little delusional. And then we got Becky, which, if you never watched the show, she is Anya, the little girl, this little girl, her best friend. I think Becky is so funny. Like, she's just, that's probably why it was on sale as well. There's a little bit of damage to the box, but I don't care about that. But she is just hilarious. And I think that they're like different sets, because this one shows like Anya and Damien in their school uniforms, but this one shows the rest of them in their regular clothes. And I've seen the same figurines, except that they have like like he's in a spy uniform, you are in her assassin. And then I forgot what Anya is, because technically Anya's like work is like the school one, but she's already here. Next up on our list are these bookmarks. Technically I didn't get these on sale. The first place that I found these, they were on Amazon, I think for $7, but when I went to Barnes & Noble they were like $6. So I think they're so cute. They're like little magnet ones. We do have a like My Hero Academia bookmark. It's the season 4 one when Midoriya fought Overhaul. So it has like overhaul. I think overhauls on it, but I know that like Muriel and Midori are on the front. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little bookmarks. And this first one we'll show off is it's just like a generic My Hero Academia design. I don't really show it well. I don't know if you hear my dog sighing. He's had a hard day of sleeping today. But it's just like inside it just says MHA, and then around the circle it says My Hero Academia plus Ultra. So it's kind of just like a generic little design, but it's still cute, you know. I guess the only thing that I'm kind of worried about is the hinge opening and closing over time, that it will rip. But I mean, I guess it's still kind of like collapses together, so we'll see. The next one, this one is more like realistic in the world of My Hero Academia. This one actually says like UA plus Ultra, and then I think it says UA High School at the bottom. It's just like really simple little bookmarks. Now it looks like, let me see here actually. It's in the big toy. I'm trying to see if it has the copyright date to show what year it was made, but I don't think that it's saying, because what it looks like to me is it's the I think it's the first movie. It was called like, it was called Heroes Rising, I think. I always get confusing because it's like Heroes Rising, 2 Heroes, World Heroes Mission, and it's like My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. So it's like a lot of heroes. But like I remember they have these cute little outfits. So here's Midoriya in his like fancy, very in character suit and tie, or bow tie. And then we have Bakugo, which is a little different. Maybe it's not the first movie. Maybe it's official art that I've never seen that I was inspired by. Because I know there's some merch around the fantasy AU. So there's that one. There's Bakugo. Next is Uraraka in this pretty little dress. And then lastly we have Todoroki. I'll put them in order that they came in. I think that they're so cute though, and I've always wanted the magnet ones, just because like you ever be reading your book, right, and you put your bookmark there, where you open up your bookmark, you open up your book and your bookmark's there, it falls out and like the page collapses and you're like, or you like put it in and you're about to close the book and it slides out. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that's ever had that happen, but it was not a pleasant experience. And I guess you could argue that I could fix that by like buying books digitally, but honestly I prefer to read physically. The only book that I bought was because it was online, it was because it was cheaper, was Sunrise on the Reaping, because I was reading it for free with the intention of buying it. I was not reading for free because I wasn't buying it, I just didn't have the money when it first came out. And I did buy it, but I just couldn't wait, and the copy that I was reading it off of got removed, and then it was like really bad quality, so I was just like, I'll just stop reading it and wait till I have the money to get it, which I did. And I honestly haven't finished reading it. Not because it's bad, it's just that it feels like a real strain on my eyes to read digitally. And I managed to get it on, it wasn't on sale, it was like slightly cheaper due to being digital, but I do the Google Rewards points, so I managed to get a coupon for it. So it's like I don't know, it's like this thing where you answer questions like a survey and it'll give you money for, but it's like money you can only use for Google, and then once a week they'll give you like these points, and if you collect your points every week you could redeem it for a gift card. So I think I redeemed like $1 gift card plus my Google Rewards, and I managed to get money off from the book, so that it was like a better price, because I know they wanted like, I think it was like $25 for the hardcover. I think I got it for $18 digitally when it first came out. So it is a really good book, and if you never have read The Hunger Games, I highly recommend it, especially because if you read the 4 books and then watch the movies, you'll still have time next year for the upcoming Sunrise on the Reaping movie. Okay, next up we have is this. I surprisingly don't own many of the DVD versions of the show, which is a big bother to me because I have a really large DVD movie collection. Anyways, so I have a big DVD movie collection. However, I think I only have one season. I think it's season 4. I can't remember. I think so. I think it's season 4. And I don't remember if it's like the whole season or if it's like a part, because as you can see it says season 3 part 1. I got this at FYE. If you've ever shopped at FYE, like, you'd know that they are kind of ridiculously expensive. And originally for this, I think they wanted like $50 for it, just part 1. Now I think for the same one, I'm gonna look it up on Amazon. It was this, I think it was maybe the same price. Let's see here. That's part 2, part 1. Okay, so it seems like right here they want, oops, $18 for it, which isn't that bad. They say $7, but okay. So some of the prices are a bit much, but I just couldn't bring myself to buy it at that time for the price that they wanted it at. But they only wanted $12 for this, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna grab it. So they had part 2 there, but they had it for $20. I ended up looking up on Amazon and I found it for the exact same price as this. It is used copy, and they advertised that it was a library edition, but that the disc still worked, so I was kind of just content with that. I'm not really picky. Like, I am, but I'm not, because it depends, like, how good of a sale I'm getting. I mean, as long as it plays the show, I guess I can't really complain that much. But I really like this picture of All Might. It was all for one. I remember, like, when I worked at my old job, I remember I watched this episode right before I had to go in, and it was like a family business. So when I went in, my little cousins were there, and they were just hanging out. And as I was working with my aunt, and I was like, oh my, I have to retire. And I'm like crying as I'm making hoagies, and they're like, what? And they watched the show, but they only watched it up to a certain extent. I was like, they just wouldn't get it. I was devastated. It totally ruined my day. But yeah, we have this on the front, and then on the back we have, in these little picture windows, we have Shigaraki when he got captured before escaping, All Might during his fight with All for One. This is when Mr. Compress released Dobby. Mr. Compress released Bakugo, and then Dobby got Bakugo and kidnapped him. And then this, I believe, is when Midoriya was fighting Muscular, I think his name was. And on the back it says, "Summer's here, and the heroes of Class 1A and B are in for the toughest training camp of their lives. When a student gets taken away by the League of Villains, it's time for All Might's most critical battle for the Mastermind, All for One." And then this one is so unrelated to the rest of them. It's gonna be like Whiplash, because the rest were all anime related, but this one is The Sound of Music. This was, for the longest time, I've been watching it on Amazon, and it was like $20. And I could not bring myself to spend $20 on a DVD. However, I found this Edith White He for I forgot to show the art for that one. Hold on. For $9. So I snatched that. And it was funny because it was on, I think it was like Monday or Tuesday of this week. I went to the thrift store with my friend, and they had 2 unopened copies of The Sound of Music. And they were in both in VHS form, and they wanted $20 for it. I was like, $20 at a thrift store? I'm sorry about that. My cat was like freaking out to get in my room. And then, I don't know, she like decided that she didn't, and then she decided that she did. She's like a lot of trouble. Anyways, I really liked this movie. I remember the first time I watched it, I was just like mesmerized by it. But now I have it so I can watch it whenever I want, because I was only able to watch it like once a year when they would put it on for Christmas. Sassy. He's a dog. You've seen him before. You know what that is. And the inside isn't very spectacular. Like, all it really is just the clouds. Come on. Come here. Hi, baby. Come on. You can lay down. This is Sassy. And then it just has like this little Sound of Music card that's like basically And then this one on the inside has like some of the episodes pictures. Oops, sorry, Sassy. I love this season so much. And then here we have this picture of Todoroki, which I think is really clean. And then we have on this side. And this side doesn't come over, but you kind of see some of the clips that they have. And that's about everything that I have so far. I did order, actually, maybe before I post this, I'll just like add on the addition. I'll have this one, and then I have a sweater coming in.